What's going on, guys? So welcome to TATtalk. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be doing, of course, our tattoo highlights of the week. I have a couple tattoos I want to show you guys. This tattoo, I always mess up. This tattoo right here, full leg from the knee down, maybe a little above the knee, as you could see. But I'm going to be talking about that and what he wanted to tell, I guess, with his story. And we'll do a full 360 later on. And then this tattoo, if you guys remember, if you've seen it, I think maybe 2 months ago or so, we showed you guys this tattoo because it's a Sharpie tattoo. It's not even a tattoo. But he came back, he got it done, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, and we can compare before and after, I guess, what a Sharpie looks like, but then what the actual tattoo looks like. We also have some current events to go over, and we're going to show some artifacts again and discuss that. So we'll see you guys in a bit. What's going on, guys? Welcome to TATtalk. Thanks for joining us. Remember, this is a live show, so go ahead and comment, ask questions, engage with us, and we're going to talk story with you guys. So today we're going to be discussing, like I said earlier, our tattoo highlights of the week. A little later, we have...
Sorry, everybody.
My mic.
I think all of our mics went out for a second. We're
Sorry,
good.
guys.
We're good.
Our
We're
sound
good.
went off. Okay. Hey, that might happen. I'm hearing it a little bit. I don't know why.
Just grab that mic.
Okay. Anyway, so we have our tattoo highlights of the week.
And we have current events.
Current events. My name is Josh.
And I'm Robert.
And this is TATtalk.
Yeah.
All right. Testing.
I think our mics are
Testing?
all going out.
Testing. Hey, you know what? We're just going to go with
We're
it.
wing with it. We'll go
We're
with
going to
it.
go with it and see what happens. All right. I'm not going to touch it. Okay. So, anyways, let's start off with our current events.
Current events.
What do you got, Robert?
So we got first, we have a highlight. We put it on TV real quick. We have Tekashi 6ix9ine with his legal battles, which we all know if you haven't
Wait.
heard.
Who's Tekashi 6ix9ine?
He's a rapper.
Okay, a rapper.
He's a rapper. And he's like really famous with the young crew, and he's been in these battles for like the past year. So it first started out with someone being underage in one of his music videos, so he got profiled as a pedophile because she wasn't the age to be getting touched the way she was being touched. Also, he got out of that with basically a slap on the wrist or the hand, or however you say it. And then
slap on his hand.
Slap on his hand.
Okay.
And then next, he got in trouble with, I guess there was gang rivalry between him and Chief Keef, and there was a shooting at this boxing event, Adrian Bronner's fight in Vegas, Staples Center, and there was a shooting which led to him, I guess, attempted murder charges, was it? And then he was going to go facing jail time for 47 years. So.
Okay, I think the big part is that he has tats all over his face, right?
Well, he has tats all over his face, but the thing is, he has facing 47 years, and so now he's going to witness protection because he ratted out everybody.
Oh.
So I don't know how you go into witness protection with tattoos all over your face and hands, and basically you printed your face on your forehead.
I think I see 69. Does he have a 69 on his face?
Yeah.
So he has all these tattoos on his face, and tattoos, are pretty much your identity. So when you go to jail, they take photos. When you go in the military, they take photos because it's another form of identifying you.
Even if you get taken in for a DUI, they take photos. Like anything, you have tattoos, and they profile you real quick with tattoos.
Well, I'm thinking if he's going into witness protection, it's going to be hard for him to hide.
Yeah.
Especially with tattoos on his face. But, with that with that 6'9", I think he might be able to make that an 8.
Or you make yin yang.
And if it could be like 89.
89.
And then who is it?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I was born in 89.
Oh, it's 8'9".
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tough.
All right. So you know what? That's good though, because it is identification, and we kind of forget that sometimes. It's so common nowadays, like tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's good to know. Well, it's not good to know, but it's shown right here. There's no hiding.
No.
6'9".
None.
Takashi 6'9".
I don't know where you're gonna go to try to hide. Yeah.
That, you know what? And I don't follow rap or any of these guys, but I did hear of him mostly because of, like, I heard he was, you know, just talking a lot of smack, like on social media and stuff.
I think it's just a media thing. Media smart. You know, nowadays everything's about clicks and posts, and so I quick shout out to Kalani, Bobby, Tommy. Oh shoot.
Go for
Elena.
it.
Is that Myrna? How you say Myrna? And Auntie Sherry. She said that he's gonna be wearing a lot of makeup.
Oh, they're probably gonna do that.
They'll probably laser him. They'll probably laser remove it.
Was that's you too?
No, that's your mic controls. I think it's the plug-in to the.
It's this one over here.
Yeah, she keeps moving her head and it's pulling on it.
Just kidding. Hey, the live video interrupted.
Yeah. So
'cause the cord, man.
But yeah, makeup or laser removal. I think laser removal might be a big piece.
Okay.
You know.
All right, so that's in the current events. What else we got?
We have another one.
Let's go.
Okay, so recently there's been an artifact found. Speaking of artifacts, there was a 2,000-year-old tattoo needle identified. Now, what's special about this tattoo needle is the first one to be found in southwestern part of North America. So around, I don't think Utah is part of southwestern, but they classify it because the natives from that part of Utah go all the way down to like Arizona. So it's the Pueblos of Utah.
They found this needle.
They found this needle, and the way they found it was crazy. And I could feel this. So they had a box full of artifacts like we have, and the guy was going through them. He was just cataloging all the artifacts, and he's seen something he's never seen before. He goes, "What's that?" And he pulls it out, and it's all the way it is. The picture is. It's all put together like that, and he's never seen anything like that before. So what they did was did the research, and they did all the testing. And the fibers where it's found, the yucca plant is what's making, holding the cactus spine to the branch, and that's what they located all that stuff.
It looks really clean for 2,000 years, doesn't it?
I think when they tested it, it was like, is this real? Like, is it for tattooing? I think that's why they tested the ink and then all that. I think they clean it up though. It's not like they just get it and go take a photo.
That looks too clean to be cleaned up.
I don't know. So some of them look clean. Look
that looks like someone put something together, honestly. But you know what? That's crazy if it's authenticated.
Well, the thing is, they didn't. They find these things. The Pueblos. It's not like they buried these things. They have their own.
Maybe they were still using it.
Well, see what it is their homes. I guess back in the day, they're in the side of mountains. So what they do is it's all rock, and they carve into the mountain, the little room, and all the stuff's in there. So it's not like it's under dirt or anything where it's gonna, like they say, fall apart or, come apart because of the soil and all that. Mm-hmm. So,
okay, so this is Native American.
Yeah.
And does that relate to how your tribe used to?
Yeah, actually, it kind of. Me and my cousin have been doing a lot of research for our tribe or just our own behalf, but the way our people with tattoos with cactus spines or cactus needles, and they were tapping, or they would do like pokes. And to see this, it's kind of like a good news thing because it's like it's our stories are coming about, but at the same time they say it's the first time they found anything with Native Americans tattooing in North America. When in our stories, in our research, it's right there in all the books. So it's not something new. It's just something there to them. It's new. So
well, Kalani just posted something. Did you see that?
Oh, I just seen it right now.
Yeah. So he said that these tattooing combs were carbon dated back to 2,700 years old, confirming tattooing has been an important cultural practice in Polynesia. I checked the photos, and yeah, it's like tattoo combs, kind of like this.
Yeah.
So these are the Polynesian, the style of tattooing tools that Samoa, Tonga used. Now, this is a replica. So what they would do actually was have different needles and would tie it off or sharpen a piece of bone and then tie it on like this.
Let's see. Quick shout out to Joe Dorte. What's up?
Joe, what's going on? And then hand tap. So this is a replica again of the Polynesian style tattoo tools. And then I guess Kalani just said that they found, and if you look at the link, if everyone wants to click on that link, it actually has a whole article. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. So as far as the tattoo tools, I wanted to show you guys, although this is a replica, this is what they would use, and there would be different sizes. So this would be majority of the time used to fill all the black on the and the full black areas, and then you have different sizes, and this would be the small details. Now again, my arm was hand tapped, so this area right here would be, he actually used the big comb for all that, where all that scarring is.
What's a uku comb?
Oh, ukus. Who said that, Auntie Sherry?
Yeah. You already knew. You even have to look.
This looks like a uku comb.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ukus are head lice.
Oh, really?
In Hawaii, and we had them so much in Hawaii. Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, they couldn't go anywhere else, so I mean,
you have to sit there, but my mom did it like twice. The rest of the time, shave your head. That's why. Maybe that's why I like my head shaved.
Short. Yeah.
I don't like ukus.
When I had long hair, when we had our braids when we were little, we got lice. That was like the worst thing. We would cry because my parents would be going through our hair, and it was terrible.
I forgot all about that. I guess they don't have it out here.
No. Do they? It's called uku comb?
They're just clean. We weren't clean. I wasn't a clean kid. That's what it was.
Well, if you're a clean kid, the lice don't come to you.
That's not true.
No, it's only to. I mean, if you're super clean, the lice come to you. But if you're like dirty in the dirt, they're not supposed to be attracted to you.
Really?
Yeah, because they want the clean like head that's never been.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense.
Half a day, Felix. What's up?
What's going on?
I did want to mention that in Samoa they would have something like this, and they would put the ink in, and they would dab it in, like so, and then, do the procedure. But in Hawaii, they would use this. Now this is an actual artifact.
Oh, really?
Over 100 years old. When I got it from.
I didn't know they used the ink in it.
Yeah, they did.
I know what it is.
I thought this was a kahuna bowl because the person that I got it from, that's what he said. But when I looked, Bishop Museum has the same one, and in different
sizes,
catalogs, and different museum books that I read, this same artifact is a tattoo implement where they would put the ink in.
Oh.
So perfect. It felt,
Yeah,
we ran
perfect.
into it, and but it's different. So this is Hawaii, and this is Samoa, Tonga, and Marquesan, and different islands out there, and you could see same.
So what would they make
purpose.
the ink out of?
Like kukui nut soot.
Okay.
Soot of a candle nut, which is kukui nut.
Okay.
They would burn it and then mix it and with oil.
Because that's what me and my cousin were discussing earlier about the artifact. I sent her to the link, and I was told we used nightshade berries to make the ink, but then she told me they would use ashes, like as if like almost the polys did, but she believes it'd be probably they mixed it. But to me, it's like nightshade's poison too.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it can be, but people would take it to be like a hallucinant or be all messed up.
Oh, I wonder if you tap it into the skin, if it
would,
makes
yeah.
maybe
Well,
numbs
they
it.
said
I don't
for
know.
our ceremonies, the boys would take them and they would their puberty ceremonies. They would give it like make a drink out of it to kind of like put them in a trance because they believe when you're like that, you kind of go into the next like world kind of a thing. There's a whole background for things like that.
What's that other DMT stuff?
Yeah, I'll put you like in the next dimension.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother segment right there.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a whole nother segment.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it.
Yeah,
Let's get into tattoo highlights of the week. So first, what are we gonna? Okay, so this right here, is this the Sharpie? Okay, so this is a Sharpie tattoo. So again, just to fill you guys in, if you don't know, months ago a client came in. He was, I don't want to say skeptical. He was more really nervous about his first tattoo, and he wanted to see it first. We don't normally do that because of the fact that when I do a consultation, it's right then and there, and it's supposed to be done all, like the timing is right for that moment in time. So, but when I spoke to him, I just felt he was in the right place. Everything was good, and he just really wanted to feel good about it. So I said, and I've never done this actually before, but I said, you know what? Let's do a consultation like I'm going to do your tattoo, do everything normal, but instead of actually tattooing you, I'm going to design it and then draw it on like a Sharpie. So, you know, for my time, I'll charge him hourly, and then that, like a regular tattoo, but that'll go towards your tattoo when you come back for the tattoo. If you don't want it, if you decide you don't want it, then that's fine. You can walk away. I'm charging you just for the time, which was only like, I think an hour or something for the consult and the drawing and everything. It really wasn't about the money, but I'm not going to waste time either. So,
was he able to sit
it was
through
cool.
It?
Yeah, he sat like a rock.
He didn't move.
So, so what happened? It worked out. You know, we sat down. He was Filipino, and we talked about different symbols, where his family's from. We used a lot of those symbols in his tattoo, and he wanted the Filipino sun in it. And I drew the Sharpie, tattoo on it.
Yeah.
He was able to fill it out. Probably lasted like a day or something, but that's fine. He got to show his wife, take it home, whatever. But then he liked it. So we scheduled the appointment, and then this is the completed piece. Is that it?
You don't want the Sharpie.
Yeah, so that's another angle of the Sharpie. Let's see. There's another angle. So those are all the Sharpie design.
Oh, no, that's the real one.
And then here's the real one.
Boom.
Right there.
There it is.
So that's a side view. And he got that in 2 sessions. He came in, got the outline first, and then came back, filled it all in.
You know,
and there you go. So before and after.
I mean, so it's like kind of is it a risky move to send someone out with a design of a Sharpie tattoo?
Was that?
Is it like a risky move as an artist to design something and have the client leave?
Okay, so yes, it is, because of the fact that they're going to go and get it somewhere else in a garage where their cousin does it for free.
Yeah.
You just whatever, right? That's why people will come in and say, can you design something? I want to see it. Text it to me. Email me. And we used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But what happens is, for one, it takes a long time to go ahead and do a meaningful piece for someone. You sit down, you take time, you do all this stuff. Then they take it, they go somewhere else to someone that doesn't even know what it means or didn't design it. Yeah. So then they take that and they try to apply it to someone's body, and that's not even their style. And they'll do it because, it's for money and it's quick money, whatever. But it just doesn't work.
You can almost just walk out with the Sharpie and be like, yo, fill this in at some shop or something.
Yeah, that Sharpie could be a stencil.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Which is why I operate a lot by feeling. So I just felt like it was right, and that's how I operate, actually. Yeah. By whatever I feel is going on, not necessarily by the history and everything in the past that's happened. So at the time, I never thought of it because I've never done it. Yeah. I've done Sharpie tattoos at festivals and different things, but this particular situation I've never done. But the idea came to my head, and we did it. But it's good to see. Yeah. For one, a possibility, because if anyone now came in and said, "Hey, I'm nervous about my first tattoo. I kind of want to see it." I'm okay with just charging for the time. Yeah. It's not cheap.
No.
You know, so I mean,
definitely
you are
not.
putting in that money,
Yeah.
but it's not the full tattoo, so it's kind of a win-win. You know, you get to fill it out, and then that goes towards the cost of the tattoo
Yeah.
later. So it's
It's an
actually a
extra
good
step.
option.
Yeah.
It's a good option. So it's good for you guys to know.
I'm gonna have you Sharpie my whole back, figure out if I like it or not. Nah.
That's a long
Nah,
tattoo,
yeah.
man.
You have to use
Some
like
hours.
a bunch of Sharpies.
So there you have before and after. Good job. Okay, so the next tattoo. Okay, a leg piece. So this client, he wants a full leg tattoo. So we're talking from the ankle to the thigh,
Jeez.
upper thigh, right?
Oh.
But he wanted ocean theme on the bottom from his
Mhm.
ankle, going all the way up to like the heavens on his thigh.
Okay.
But he also wanted to start at his ankle, ankle to knee, and that's it. He didn't want to like outline the whole thing. So a lot of people ask, is there a difference? You know,
Yeah.
should I outline the whole piece, or should I, or can I piece it together and complete a piece? So if someone wants a half sleeve, and they say, oh, should I
Yeah.
get a shoulder first and then
Quarter sleeve.
and then go down
Yeah.
and do that, or should I outline the whole half sleeve first?
Yeah.
Okay, what I tell everyone, because you have different options, and it does matter. It really does matter. For example, if you do a full sleeve,
Mhm.
you could do a pathway, a symbol that goes from the shoulder all the way down to the wrist,
Oh, okay.
flowing,
Yeah.
and make it like a pattern going all the way down. But if you split it up, you can't really do that unless you plan ahead.
So it's like mine. We did the forearm, and then we continued on up.
well, did we talk about it?
No, we didn't. You left it to where I could if I wanted to
Okay,
add
so
more.
a lot of times if people don't tell me,
Oh.
if they don't tell me, then I'll leave it open to
Yeah.
connect, unless they specifically want a straight line or to cut it off.
Oh yeah.
Some people want a straight line, like
Mhm.
specifically, and then some of them come back and want to add on, and that's when it's hard.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, oh man, you shouldn't have made a straight line, because now it's obvious that you stopped.
Yeah, stopped.
So then I got to get really creative, and
Oh, that makes
some
sense,
of them are kind of cool.
Because people
but-
always say, "Oh, where'd you stop?" And I go like right here. It's like a V, and we added on. But
show the
I don't know if I
camera.
could.
You're showing me.
I can't like bend a certain way.
You can bend.
Is it this way?
Just kidding.
Yeah, sure.
It's a good example of how he didn't plan the full sleeve, and eventually.
So we're here. This is where it ended originally, and on the other side it ended up here. So.
So you wouldn't be able to tell on the inner
inner part, no. So when we
where
added
we
it,
stop.
mm-hmm.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
But there is a way, like a strategy to. There is a strategy to ending a tattoo where you
Yeah.
can add on, but also looks good for 10 years walking around. And it doesn't look incomplete.
Okay.
A lot of tattoos that I see, you could tell that they're in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's complete up until then.
Yeah.
Oh, for example, an earlier episode when we talked about these tips and tricks that tattoo artists use, where
Mhm.
the female had a rose and a line going up.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's kind of frustrated because she said, why did the artist just leave that line? Why if he was gonna add on later, which she wanted to add on later.
Yeah.
That was like a 10-second line.
Mm-hmm.
She could have just not added that. But that's part of the things that you guys got to look out for in the
Yes.
trade, in this industry. Artists are, starving artists, or, there's times like wintertime. Yeah, probably January, February.
That's
it's
when
kinda
they
slow.
set them up to come back
it's
in.
set up. It's set up
Okay.
where you have clients that are going to be coming back, so
Mhm.
you strategically plan it where they have to come back.
That's kind of shitty though.
I don't.
Sorry, I
like
didn't mean
it.
to say that, but that's kind
I-
of like shitty. Like,
I don't like it, but it's
shady. Thank you.
and I'm only telling you guys so that when you go into a shop
Mhm.
and you ask for a tattoo, be very specific, and then just have that in mind. So if they suggest something that doesn't make sense, this might be the reason why, and then
Yeah.
and then don't agree to it. Just be like, no, I'd rather just the rose. Don't put that line.
Yeah.
I don't need that line.
Just
you know,
leave it
you could
out.
leave
for
it
next
out.
time.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I might just want the rose. I don't know.
So Bobby had a question. First, I want to say hi to Sandra. I want to say hi. Oh, Bobby's right there. He said, any reason you're not using heavy black fill-ins?
Okay, so
It's a style thing,
heavy
right?
black fill-ins. In Polynesian tattooing, there is different styles like Samoan. If you do traditional Samoan, there is a lot of heavy black, like the and like this tattoo, heavy black. That's a specific style. And then a lot of tats nowadays that I see are big bold lines, a lot of bold lines.
Yeah.
And bold lines are nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes I see it too much, used a lot. And when I looked into it more, because I was like, am I going to do that?
Yeah.
You know, you got to always evolve and get better. So I'm always changing my style or trying to grow. So I did think about that.
Yeah.
And my thoughts on that was it's easy to make straight lines when you make them thick. That, you know.
So it was always thought when you use a straight line, I've seen, like if say you mess up on a smaller line, you can always fill in the black.
Yeah, you go thicker. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So it's harder to do straight, clean, thin lines. That's really hard. You got to do one pass, and if they're long, it's hard to get a straight, consistent, solid, nice line.
Yeah.
But if they're all thick, it's kind of easy. You just put them parallel and then fill it in, and then if it's a little off, you just fill it in.
Does that go for the same for like the spearheads and the weave? Like if you make them bigger, is it easier to draw than if you were to make them smaller? Or is it opposite?
There's pros and cons.
Okay.
If you make like the spearheads in that leg piece that I showed, those spearheads, it's they're larger. So I used a thicker line on that, but you could see if it's gonna be crooked, you could see the line.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You'll be able to see if it's crooked or not. The smaller pieces that are more detailed, you can, if you look at, if you go to a lot of Polynesian tattoos that have a ton of detail that are really tiny, just zoom in.
Yeah, I've done that because I work at the shop.
in.
Yeah, it's a little trick I learned, and I just go, whoa.
And I'm not gonna tell you what you'll find.
Yeah.
Just zoom in. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're gonna be like, what?
Because you know.
That's going the other way.
Wait, we're all human.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes. All artists are gonna make mistakes. It's just like trying to cut out as much mistakes as you can, right?
Yeah.
And there's some artists that don't care because it's so tiny, you can't tell from far away.
Yeah.
When you post it, you're like, oh, it looks good. That's cool. And then some artists really are detail oriented and care if it's a crooked line. Those are the artists that I suggest you guys go to. But then again, price.
Yeah.
Majority of times, the artists that aren't really detail oriented and just busting out tattoos, you know, they're affordable. $100 an hour, whatever, 120, whatever.
I mean, then Bobby asks, is that the style you're going towards now? So,
What style, Bobby? The heavy black? Is that what you're asking?
Probably the style you're doing now. I mean, there's not a lot of people who do like yours.
You know, I still like the depth. I like to shadow and do a lot of shading because I like realism. As an artist, I always did realism, and then I love culture, so I mixed the two. And
I had a question about realism. Is there a certain technique to make things as a real tattoo, like realism? Then
yes.
Okay. Got that answered. Is it like a shading? Like,
yeah, a big part of it is contrast.
Oh, okay.
Big part of it. So you got to have really dark darks and light lights, and then middle, you know, like the gray.
Oh, so it's as if like you had a object here and a lighting hit, and you got to show all the different parts are being lit and parts are different shades.
And it's the balance of that really matters. So, you know, if you put a really dark black next to, you know, lighter shades and white, that contrast is what creates depth, and that's what I try to do in the Polynesian.
So would it be easier to be an artist that does heavy black than to be an artist with realism? It just depends.
I don't want to take away from anyone. It's
Oh,
hard,
no, okay,
you know,
yeah.
because if you do heavy black or just black and you don't do no shadowing, you still have to balance that.
Okay.
So you could just do traditional work
Yeah.
and do a crappy job at it.
Okay.
You know, that's what I want to do. I think because there's some pieces that are like, let's say geometric or just solid black and just lines that flow with the body. And a lot of that work looks good. It looks good, but it seems so simple. And then you see people mimicking it. And then you see the difference. And what I want to do is show you guys like where you see the difference.
Yeah.
There's people that are really good at that style. Really good. They know what they're doing. They know how to flow. They know balance. They know how to fill in black, solid, all that. It's hard. It looks simple, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It takes skill. And then you see the mimicry, and you'll totally tell the difference.
You're like,
you know?
almost.
Right. So.
Do we have a Facebook, Instagram to see your work? Yes.
Yes.
IslandTAT on Instagram.
Check out IslandTAT Evolve on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
IslandTAT Evolve, and then on Instagram, just
IslandTAT.
Plain IslandTAT.
IslandTAT.
And thank you, Sandra.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. So Bobby Ford said light black.
Yeah, he said light black.
Light.
I think he's talking about the shading. So this is the style you're going towards, not so much the dark.
Yes. And I'm still trying to evolve my my work, honestly. Always trying to find you know.
Well, I mean, you could see, like, if you pulled up some of your old stuff, you would see the growth.
The progress.
Yeah,
right, for sure. Sure.
I mean, my uncle's tats. I like the style you did his. You know,
different.
It's different.
There's always like these phases. These phases where it's not like I'm using people as guinea pigs, but I'm actually evolving.
Yeah.
And there's things that I like, but then when you do that, you see what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, every day, that's what you have to continually do is grow, you know, and get better. Let's finish this leg piece real quick. So, again, he had ocean on the bottom. So there's a lot of waves. He has 3 turtles. I don't know if you see it. Can you see it?
Do you want to see in this angle or?
I think I only had a couple pictures.
If you just spot the turtle.
Let's see. So the side piece with the spearheads, he specifically wanted those because he saw Chris's.
Oh, okay.
Right, another client.
Yeah.
Again, this is where inspiration comes in. He didn't want to copy, and Chris is a bigger guy. Another client of mine he's a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he has really big spearheads. He probably has like 6. You know, like going down his leg. They're huge.
Yeah.
But he liked the boldness of it, so we
did it.
Compromised. Yeah, and we made it not as big, but they are larger going down the side of his leg.
Is that a tiki on his kneecap?
He has a tiki on his kneecap. And tikis normally represent either deified ancestors or gods. And then on his back of his calf. Oh, and also that reddish shade. A lot of people think that that's color.
I wish it could stay that color. I wish that color could stay.
And people even want to mimic that color. They say, can you get red and kind of make it look like that? And no one can. I mean, people have tried. No.
Ever since I first got a tattoo, it's every artist and every person I've like, can it stay this good? No.
Yeah, no.
Because it's beautiful. It's nice.
They even made like a blood color.
Oh, really?
Red.
It probably
to try and
fades
mimic
out,
that, and it just doesn't do the trick.
Oh, man.
But that's only because, once again, when you're doing light black or gray, the blood and the irritation of the actual skin pops through the light gray, and that's what you're seeing.
Yeah,
blood, irritation. So the back of his tattoo, you see the turtles. Those are for his kids.
Is there like a reason why like turtles are like specifically? They always see people. A lot of people put turtle for kids or children.
Everybody is gonna be, different.
Okay.
Based on whatever the reason why.
Yeah.
But a lot of reason why people choose turtles for family.
Yeah.
When a turtle lays eggs, they lay 100 eggs or something. There's a ton of eggs or
kids
family.
Kids, children.
Yeah. So. And then a lot of people can relate to turtles. They love turtles for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. but then some people don't. Some people relate more to manta rays or
Oh,
something.
okay.
And
I thought you meant like some people just hate turtles. I'm like, what? I want to meet. Like, I don't like turtles. I'd be like, what?
yeah, I haven't met anyone like that hates them.
Yeah,
but
that's not their thing.
yeah. But so pretty much that's it. You got the waves on the bottom of his foot. As we go up, I kind of wanted to show the upper part of his leg, because as you can see, well, you can't really see.
What are those?
I didn't take photos of like his knee and above it.
Yeah.
But right above his knee, I created it or ended it where we can continue on later.
Oh,
so you
I
see the skin right by his knee.
Yeah,
the
how
big
it's open.
area. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's open in a way that's sharp, because I know what I'm gonna do and what symbol I'm gonna put in there. But as he walks around, normally his shorts is covering his knee, that area, and it looks like a full piece.
So
completed.
the wave, the big part wave on the front of the shin,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you say waves, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
So ocean.
And
he
then
wanted the ocean theme.
And then I had a question about I guess if you put on the back of his calf, if you do the back shot, see how are those the palms, or the
Going right down the
going
back?
down?
Yeah.
So is there anything?
Well, it's like pandanus leaf.
Yeah,
It's the what the plant that they use to weave.
So the in the middle of it, there's the white squares and it's black. Is that anything, or is that just all together?
That's a design.
Okay.
So I actually did that a long time ago.
Ooh.
I call it the scorpion effect.
IslandTAT secret.
I don't know why. I like the way that it looks. That's when you're mixing design with symbols and motifs.
Okay.
Just for the flow and the feeling of it. Right?
So it's pandanus tree.
Pandanus. And those leaves, we created it sharper.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I still have the piece. This was probably in 2004 or something. But that's a variation of the traditional plant, the traditional leaf.
Oh, okay.
And I could draw it. It's just like a traditional look.
And that means what again?
Well, it can mean different things.
Okay.
Family, or the weaving.
Yeah.
Because you use it to weave, or Mother Nature. Half the roots is in the ground, half goes to the heavens, so it could represent Mother Nature. There's all these different reasons why people would use that.
So I want to say hi to
leaf.
Big John. Said
Big John.
Definitely
He's gonna be on the show soon.
Pleasing to the eye. I don't know how do you say that word.
Aesthetically. Definitely aesthetically pleasing.
Why don't you talk like that 24/7, John?
Is that John or
someone else on his account? Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I was just saying the variation of that plant I did specifically for a client because he wanted it to be more aggressive, and we spoke about it, and I would start messing with the shape of it, and he's the one that actually said, "How about like this?" And he did it.
Yeah.
So then I did it, and I was like, "Yeah, I like that," and then we changed it, and I like to say that was the birth of this modernized motif.
Yeah.
I see it everywhere, and I never saw it before because it was more traditional back then.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of crazy because I see people doing it, and and I don't like the whole like I came up with it, this and that. Who cares? It doesn't matter. What's cool is that you're changing and the world's moving and everyone's progressing and sharing and everything, But it's cool to know the origin.
Yeah.
And I like to give it to Frank.
Oh, okay.
I still know his name. Last name Frank. I know his last name, but he goes by Batman because he has a Batman on his back. Maybe
I know who you're talking about. I've seen him, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, his last name.
So
he's fam.
Bobby asked, "Is there any tattoos that you have seen that inspired you to do your tattoo design? That inspired your tattoo design?"
All the time.
And if there's any specific artists that
I love Jeff Gogui. Which he's actually Chamorro, but he don't rep Chamorro, nothing.
Yeah.
He looks white. He's from Oregon, but I just found him because his work is phenomenal. It's like he doesn't do poly though. He does like realism and just full body pieces.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know he was a well-known artist. I just came across his work and I was like, damn, this guy's like different.
Yeah.
Not like Nico Hurtado and all these famous people. His work was just very different.
It's just him.
I just love it. Like, you look at it and you're like, okay, he cares. He cares. He's got something. And
yeah,
I couldn't ever get a hold of him.
And then Auntie Sherry want to know, have you ever tattooed the bottom of someone's foot?
No, I haven't.
I'll be first. You'll put my initials down there.
Done. Next show. Next show.
Really?
Next show.
On the bottom of my foot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do it.
Do a line. We'll do a line.
Okay, there you have it, guys.
We'll do a line.
We're doing a line on
like
Robert's
this
foot.
Big.
And then he can explain what it feels like.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I go right in this pocket.
Gosh.
Like right here. I'll just do a line.
Let's
right
do
there.
it. One little line. I'm down for a little line.
I'm so down. I'm down.
We'll do
I'm
it.
down. Look, Big John said, ouch. Rest in peace, man. Hey, you know what? Big John could do one foot. I'll do another.
No, we'll just do one foot. I need to be able to walk on one foot.
Now we're pushing it. See, Felix saying do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, message us. You can comment. We check this out. Join us next week as we tattoo the bottom of Robert's foot, and he explains to us what it feels like, because we don't know. So maybe you guys can comment on what you want us to tattoo on his foot.
Why does everybody always comment?
I know.
Like right when we're gonna leave.
Real quick, Tony said you were working on a full back piece on Instagram Live today. Looks like you're working with a tattoo that's already done on the right shoulder. What's your thought on working over an existing piece? Is it wrong to go over it or disrespectful to the other artists? I still want to answer that, but we will go over that next week. So we're gonna keep that, Tony. We're gonna write that down, and we're gonna answer that next week.
Alrighty.
And all the rest of you guys.
Cameron wants me to tattoo his name.
Okay, so we'll vote on that.
All right. Later.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Way to flip it on me.